Jason Nash has gotten a ton of hate in the last couple of months ever since he started going live on TikTok battling for gifts. This is something some of the Vlog Squad members have been doing recently to try and make some money, and there's been a lot that the internet has had to say about them doing this. And now Jason is responding to what people have been saying in his comments, addressing why he's doing all of this, if he likes it, why he doesn't want to get a job doing something else. He's talking all about everything. If you guys don't know what battling for gifts is on TikTok, it's this community on there where people go live and then you can battle. Sometimes it's just two individuals battling or multiple people and there's teams, but basically people are asking their followers watching the live stream to send them gifts, and the person or group who has the most gifts sent to them wins the battle. It's all just some entertaining way to get people to send you money because gifts on TikTok equal to a certain dollar amount. People have really clowned on Jason for doing this though, because he goes live nearly every single day and he's on live for hours.
We're crushing, Jonah! Let's go! Isaiah Romero sprinkling roses on the scene. Let's go, 530 people in here. Let's go, baby. 13,000, 30 seconds left.
Jason had previously said that TikTok is the reason that he's getting to keep his house, that without going live, he wouldn't be able to afford to keep it. But even still, people have found it embarrassing and have really made fun of him doing this. Even recently, I talked about how Tana Mojo was calling out Jason, saying that he should get a different job.
Can someone make Jason Nash a DoorDash account? If I open my TikTok one more time to seeing him begging for roses on my Live For You page, I'm calling CPS. Have you seen your kids? Have you seen them? And also when they go to school, are their friends like, hey, I saw your dad like begging for a galaxy? Like, and I know I'm a sellout, okay? I'm not against people doing things for money, but at this point it's like, I would rather see him behind a paywall cheeked up. Like, I just don't get, every single time I've opened my phone, Jason Nash is on live begging for money. And I want answers. Have you seen your kids this month?
And in Jason's recent podcast episode, he sat down with a couple of friends and they wanted to talk about what people have been saying about Jason going live on TikTok. And it sounded like they were bringing up what Tana said, because Zach brings up the fact that someone recently wondered why he doesn't just do DoorDash or something instead of TikTok live. And to that, Jason basically says that he doesn't want to do anything else.
You said earlier, somebody said, why doesn't he just get a DoorDash, whatever?
Right.
Like, do you ever think about going
to DoorDash
or to like a, did you ever think about going back to like any other job, or was like,
I can't do anything else,
or just like, electrician, obviously you do lives with him. I don't know, I just never thought it's entertainment or nothing. I don't care what it is. Like,
what would you suggest I do?
It's just that
we get a job at Lululemon.
I'm genuinely asking because anytime I see one, the comments are like, "Why doesn't he like work like a real job?" Like, this isn't me saying this as a negative thing. I'm just totally asking.
Please.
Yeah.
Why don't I get a real job? I don't have any skills.
Okay. See, people.
I don't.
See, that's why.
Someone said that the other day. Why don't you get into real estate? I'm like,
I hate it.
I don't have a real estate license.
Bo Granny was his name.
Do you have any interests outside of entertainment?
No.
I will say that I think the answer to all of this should be obvious, in that the money that he is making on TikTok Live is probably a lot more than what he could be making there, and he doesn't have to leave his house for it. He's just asking people for money and they give it to him. The only downside is that everyone's making fun of him, but Jason doesn't seem to care what people have to say because he says this is his job and is defending doing it.
I just look at it like I'm on there for 8 hours a day and I'm entertaining people. People want to come in talking.
Yeah. I mean, this is your job. This is what you do.
Yeah,
what you've been doing.
That's how I see it. And that's it. And if anybody doesn't like it, it's like, don't.
They're probably like the people that are saying that probably have conventional jobs, right? They're looking at like, oh,
yes,
like, oh, they can't do what he does. So they're like, why? They're trying to bring him down, right?
Yeah. I mean, I challenge anybody to sit there for 8 hours. It's exhausting.
Jason admits that in the beginning, when he was starting TikTok Live, the comments did get to him, but over time, he just learned to not care about it, to the point that when other people say that they're getting hate, he's like, you haven't seen hate till you've been on TikTok Live.
No, it really doesn't. At first, when I would see the comments, it did affect me. I was like, oh man, this is bad. And then now I've seen every comment, and it's actually made me stronger. Like I heard the other day Scott was complaining about a mean comment that he got. And in the back of my mind, I was like, oh. I was like, someone said to Scott, like, you know, your music's so sad. Like, why don't you try to do something more uplifting? Whatever. So that like it bothered him or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was just like, bro, you gotta come on TikTok Live. You gotta see the real shit. And it just makes you stronger.
And I will say that the TikTok comments are pretty brutal. Like anytime Jason is getting talked about on TikTok by someone else, all of the comments are just completely roasting him. So he isn't wrong in that he's probably built like such a backbone after seeing all of the stuff that's been said about him with people making fun of him and all of this. But he continued to open up about his feelings about going on TikTok Live, and he admits that this isn't something that he's absolutely loving. He likes it, but he's not obsessed with it. This is just something that he ended up doing because YouTube wasn't working out for him anymore, and he needed to make money to provide for his family. And TikTok was willing to also help him get started doing this, and that if he didn't have to be doing it, he probably wouldn't be going on live every day.
Now look, would I be on TikTok Live if I wasn't in like a financial hole? I don't know, probably not. But also like YouTube wasn't really working, and I needed to find something. OnlyFans, I can't do OnlyFans. They won't let me on there.
I've tried multiple times.
I've tried. They said no. No, I can't. I don't want to do OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And so it was like, all right. TikTok came to me. They're like, we'll help you. And I was like,
oh, that's good.
I was like, okay. And so, yeah. And it's just like, it is what it is. But right now, I pay for my kids' school, which is really expensive. And I pay for this house, and then I have college next year. Yeah. So I'm just like, this is what it is.
He explains that he does have plans for the future, but in order to get those things off the ground, he needs the funds and needs to live, and this is how he is able to support everything else he has going on at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to make this TV show, and I had a good meeting the other day, and it's like, I do TikTok Live, and then that will help the podcast. The podcast is only in its second year.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping maybe by the third year it becomes like profitable. Maybe this year it'll become profitable. And so like TikTok Live's affording this, and then that's my North Star.
Now, I will say that as much as people try to bring Jason down because he's doing this, I also feel like doing TikTok Live feeds his ego in a way that doing what other people have suggested him do just can't. Like the way he talks about the loyal people who watch his lives, his ego is getting filled every day because people are dedicating not only their time, but their money. They're sending him money every day. That's not something that he would get working at Lululemon. He would get a check. People would be coming in to buy the Lululemon clothes. They wouldn't be coming in to see Jason Nash. So his ego is getting filled with people returning to see his TikTok Live every day. And I feel like that's a reason why he doesn't want to do these other jobs that people have suggested. So whether or not people think that it's right that he's doing this or they think it's embarrassing, I think people that do send him money every day keep him going, thinking that it's all worth it in the end despite the hate.
And then what I try to think about are all the people that love the live when I come on and they're like, what's up? What's up? What's up? I'm like, and I know every name, and I'm like, oh.
So you're getting repeat.
Yeah, like there's like a community now. It's for lack of, you're gonna hate this, Nash Nation.
Why would I hate that? I love it.
Because it's kind of, Zach's done.
Zach's
But I'm like, what's up, Nash Nation? And then every day when you go on, it builds. I have a Discord now. And listen, it is what it is. It's like, I was on Vine, I was on YouTube, I was on Snapchat, and now I'm doing this. And I do like it. I don't reach...
I feel like you do whatever you have to do all the time. That's what I've always known about you. You always just like, here's what I'm gonna do now. Why? Because I have to.
Because I have to.
Exactly.
But that is what Jason had to say about some of the things that people have been saying in regards to him asking for money on live every day. I still can't believe this is a small corner of the internet that exists, but it is, and it's actually not that small. I mean, it's big enough for TikTok to literally have an entire TikTok Live fest this weekend in Los Angeles, where a ton of creators who go live got together to celebrate what they do, and even Jeffree Star flew to Los Angeles to attend because this is his community now as well, and I believe they were giving out awards or naming like the top live creators on the platform. So I mean, it's not just Jason that's a part of this. There's so many others, but I do think that because of Jason's age, people are more critical, and because he was friends with David Dobrik for so long, they're more critical. But it seems like he doesn't care about what people say, and he's not going to let it get to him as he tries to provide for his family. But Let me know what you guys think about what Jason had to say in the comments. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.